accepting the unit with the fully flawed unit, the fully flawed character. That, in other words, fully flawed sense of the fully flawed cloud of conditioning that we call Fred or Bo or Bob, right? And that's where you really start. And that's really hard because, you know, you're trying so much to surrender to the universe, but you haven't even surrendered to the unit yet. And it's awakeness's job within relativity to surrender to relativity because it has no choice. This is awakeness's experience, and it is not guiding this. This is just happening. It's not, there's nobody at the wheel. I have looked as Fred, I have looked as awakeness. I can find no one behind the wheel anywhere. There's just this happening. So looking at it, even from a unit standpoint, is from a practical standpoint, is I can either fight this and notice that it does not change, or I can give into this, give up to this, surrender to this, allow this to be as it is already anyway. I mean, how hard is that? That's what we're trying to do when we're talking about how do I surrender. That's what you do. You just surrender. You just notice what's happening anyway. And then you quit arguing with it. Because what that conditioning in is, it's a running argument with God. And it wants to be better than it is. But it chiefly wants to be better than it is so that then it'll be secretly more admired, right? And then it will get the really good girls. It's, you just can't rope it in. That's activity. And since you can't rope it in, you have to learn to live as a unit within awakeness. It's a false position, but you can live, don't have to live as a unit. You can live through a unit, but it will effectively be as a unit in the sense that you will notice that hands go here and feet go there, thoughts come from anywhere and play out, and they're believed or they're not. What are you going to do about that? What's your response to that? And the only response you can have to anything actually is acceptance. That's not the only response you can have, but it's the only successful strategy. Is to recognize this unit for all its flaws and recognize this too is perfect. And can you imagine? I know it must be sad to be looking at this and watching it declare itself to be perfect, but it's not declaring this unit to be perfect. It is pronouncing this as perfect, which it is. It's a perfect universe. It's a perfect world. It's a perfect dream is what it is, you know?